Imagine holding a fresh, crisp $100 bill in your hands. It's a symbol of power, trust, and economic strength. But have you ever wondered how this intricate piece of paper transforms into a global currency used by millions every day? Counterfeiters have spent decades trying to replicate its secrets, but no fake can ever fully match its advanced security features. What makes real US dollars so difficult to duplicate? And what hidden details separate real money from counterfeits? Before we uncover those secrets, let's take an exclusive look inside one of the most secure facilities in the world, the place where the very money in your wallet is made. This is the untold story of how the US dollar is created. Unlike ordinary paper, US currency is made from a highly specialized blend of 75% cotton and 25% linen. This unique formula gives dollar bills their distinct texture and durability, allowing them to survive years of handling without tearing or disintegrating like regular paper. This exclusive paper is not produced by just any manufacturer. It is supplied by Crane Currency, a company with a 150-year history of working with the US government. Every batch of paper is embedded with microscopic red and blue security fibers, a built-in defense against counterfeiting that cannot be easily replicated by commercial printing processes. Before any ink is applied, the paper undergoes rigorous testing to ensure its strength and consistency. Special machines simulate years of folding, crumpling, and moisture exposure to guarantee that bills will last in circulation. But the security doesn't stop with the paper. The ink used to print US bills is just as advanced. Each color is meticulously designed to include security properties. The green ink on the front of the bill contains magnetic elements, allowing cash-counting machines to instantly verify authenticity. Meanwhile, the color-shifting ink on high-denomination bills changes from copper to green when tilted, making it nearly impossible for counterfeiters to replicate perfectly. With the specialized paper and ink ready, the next step is where artistry meets technology, the engraving process that brings every US dollar to life. Every single dollar bill design starts with an artist. Not just any artist, but a master engraver, an expert capable of carving designs so precise that they can withstand the scrutiny of microscopes and anti-counterfeiting software. Each engraving begins as a hand-carved steel plate, where every detail, from the wavy lines of the background to the fine shading of the presidential portraits, is etched with meticulous precision. This process can take months, but its purpose is to create an image that is nearly impossible to reproduce using modern copying techniques. Once the engraving is complete, it is scanned at an ultra-high resolution and transferred to master printing plates. These plates, made of hardened steel, will be used to produce millions of identical bills with perfect accuracy. Even the borders and patterns around the bill serve a hidden purpose. These intricate designs, known as guilloche patterns, are mathematically generated and impossible to perfectly duplicate without the original software. With the engraving process complete, it's time to begin the heart of money production, the printing of real US dollars. The printing of US currency is one of the most intricate and tightly controlled manufacturing processes in the world. It involves multiple printing techniques, each contributing to the bill's security and durability. The first step is offset printing, which applies a background pattern to the bill. These complex patterns, filled with tiny details, serve as a security feature designed to confuse high-resolution scanners and printers used by counterfeiters. Intaglio printing. This is where the true depth of the dollar comes to life. Intaglio printing is a process that presses ink into the paper using thousands of pounds of pressure, creating a raised texture that can be felt by touch. This is used to print portraits, treasury seals, and important text. Letterpress printing. The final step is the application of serial numbers and treasury seals using letterpress printing. Unlike other printing methods, letterpress uses special pressure to create sharp, crisp impressions that don't smear over time. But even with the printing complete, these sheets of bills are far from ready for circulation. They must pass one of the strictest quality control processes in the world. Modern US bills are designed with over a dozen security features that work together to stop counterfeiters. Each one is a unique barrier that makes duplicating currency nearly impossible. Watermarks. Hidden within the layers of the paper, every bill above $5 has a built-in watermark, a faint portrait that can only be seen when the bill is held up to light. This ensures authenticity and is one of the most difficult features to replicate. Security threads. Embedded deep within the paper is a thin plastic strip known as the security thread. Under ultraviolet light, this thread glows a specific color depending on the bill's denomination. For example, a $100 bill's security thread glows pink, while a $50 bill's thread glows yellow. Microprinting. If you look closely, you'll find tiny words and numbers hidden within the design of every bill. These details are so small that they appear as thin lines to the naked eye, but are revealed under magnification. For example, the words "The United States of America" can be found within the collar of Benjamin Franklin's portrait on a $100 bill. Color-shifting ink. One of the easiest ways to spot a fake bill is by tilting it. The denomination number in the lower right corner of a $10 bill or higher shifts from copper to green when viewed at different angles. This optical illusion is nearly impossible to recreate without access to the specialized inks used in the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. But printing and embedding security features isn't enough. Every batch of bills must pass one of the most rigorous quality control processes in the world. Automated high-speed scanners inspect each bill for inconsistencies, while trained professionals manually inspect thousands of bills every day to catch any errors. If even a single bill in a batch shows imperfections, an entire sheet could be discarded. Perfection isn't optional, it's a requirement. Once a batch of bills passes inspection, it moves to the final stages: cutting, stacking, and preparing for circulation. This part of the process requires extreme precision. Each sheet contains 32 individual bills, which must be cut perfectly into separate notes. High-speed cutting machines slice through thousands of sheets per hour, ensuring uniformity in every bill. After cutting, the bills are stacked into piles of 100 notes. These stacks are bundled into bricks worth $100,000 each. From there, they are wrapped and placed into larger containers, each capable of holding millions of dollars. At this point, these bills are still just pieces of paper. They won't officially be considered real money until they are delivered to the Federal Reserve. Once packaged, the new currency is transported under heavy security to Federal Reserve banks across the United States. These are the central banking hubs responsible for distributing money into the economy. But not all newly printed money enters circulation immediately. Some of it is stored as reserves, ready to be introduced as older bills are removed from the system. Banks and financial institutions order cash from the Federal Reserve based on demand. These orders are fulfilled using a mix of new and recirculated bills, ensuring a steady flow of money into the economy. And then finally, the money reaches you, whether it's withdrawn from an ATM, handed to you at a bank, or received as change from a cash register. But the journey of a dollar doesn't end there. With every transaction, it moves through hands, businesses, and industries, fueling the economy one exchange at a time. Despite all these security features, counterfeiting remains a serious threat. The U.S. Secret Service, originally created in 1865 to combat counterfeit currency, continues to track down and eliminate fake money operations worldwide. Advanced technology has made it easier for criminals to attempt counterfeiting, but law enforcement has also evolved. Modern bills contain digital markers detectable only by high-tech scanners, allowing authorities to trace fraudulent bills back to their source. In addition, retailers and banks are trained to identify fakes using counterfeit detection pens, UV lights, and scanners that detect security threads and watermarks. So the next time you hold a dollar bill, take a moment to appreciate the incredible technology, craftsmanship, and security that goes into making it one of the most trusted currencies in the world. From cotton fibers to high-tech ink, from steel engraving to the most advanced printing processes in the world, this is how a US dollar is made. It's more than just money. It's a masterpiece of engineering, security, and trust that fuels the global economy. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the making of money, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments what product we should uncover next. Thanks for watching The Making of. See you in the next episode.